Now turn to Section 2. Section 2, you will hear a talk on the radio about studying abroad, focusing on application and preparation tips. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 14. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 14.
Welcome to today's program, where we'll discuss a topic that's transforming the lives of students worldwide: studying abroad. Every year, over 5 million students leave their home countries to pursue academic opportunities abroad, and this number is expected to grow to 8 million by 2030. While the experience can be life-changing, it requires careful planning and preparation. Let's explore the key steps for a successful study abroad journey. First, let's talk about choosing the right destination. With so many options, research is essential. For instance, if you're considering English-speaking countries, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Canada host the largest numbers of international students, over 1 million in the US alone. If affordability is a concern, countries like Germany and Norway offer tuition-free education at public universities for international students, though you may need to cover living expenses, which can range from €850 to €1,000 per month. Once you've chosen a destination, the application process begins. Most universities require academic transcripts, a statement of purpose, and proof of language proficiency. For example, to study in the UK, you'll likely need an IELTS score of at least 6.5 for undergraduate programs. Some competitive programs, like medicine or law, may require higher scores and entrance exams such as the UCAT or LSAT. Deadlines are critical. For instance, applications for fall semesters in the US typically close in December or January, almost a year before classes begin. Missing a deadline might mean waiting another year to apply. To manage this, create a timeline to track key dates for applications, scholarships, and language tests. Speaking of scholarships, many institutions offer financial aid. For example, Australia's Endeavour Leadership Program provides up to $15,000 annually for living expenses, while Canada's Vanier scholarships offer $50,000 per year. Apply to as many scholarships as possible to ease financial pressure. Now, let's move on to the preparation phase. Once accepted, your first priority should be arranging your visa. For example, a US F-1 visa requires proof of enrollment, a valid passport, and financial evidence showing you can support yourself during your studies. Visa fees can range from $160 to $400 depending on the country.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 15 to 20. Now listen carefully and answer questions 15 to 20.
Accommodation is another essential consideration. On-campus housing can cost between $3,000 and $10,000 per academic year, depending on the university and country. If you choose to live off-campus, expenses can vary. For instance, renting a one-bedroom apartment in central Berlin may cost €1,200 per month, while in smaller cities like Leipzig, it might be as low as €700. Adjusting to life in a new country can be challenging, so familiarize yourself with the local culture and customs. For example, in Japan, Punctuality is highly valued, while in Spain, a siesta culture might mean shops close in the afternoon. Researching these cultural nuances can help you adapt more quickly. Packing wisely is crucial. Bring necessary documents such as your visa, passport, acceptance letter, and travel insurance. It's also wise to carry photocopies of these documents in case of emergencies. Pack for the climate. If you're heading to Canada, winter temperatures can drop to -30 degrees Celsius, so thermal clothing is a must. Conversely, if you're studying in Australia, lightweight, breathable fabrics are ideal for its warm summers. Another aspect to prepare for is budgeting. In addition to tuition and accommodation, plan for food, transport, and personal expenses. In countries like the US, monthly living costs may average $1,000 to $1,200. In comparison, Malaysia, a budget-friendly option, may cost around $1,500, $350 per month. Finally, don't overlook emotional preparation. It's natural to feel homesick or overwhelmed, especially in the first few weeks. Engage with student support services at your university. They often organize orientation events and cultural exchange programs to help international students settle in. Building friendships and joining clubs can also make the experience more enjoyable. In conclusion, studying abroad is an extraordinary journey that combines academic growth, cultural exploration, and personal development. By researching thoroughly, managing your timeline, and preparing for the practical and emotional aspects, you can make the most of this life-changing opportunity. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for next week's episode, where we'll discuss tips for securing internships abroad. Until then, good luck with your preparations, and safe travels.
This is the end of section 2. Now have half a minute to check your answers.